Alright guys, I'm here today at the lovely Cinnamon Tree in Abergavenny, fitting out some new LED lights in their bar area. We're going to fit an audio reactive LED strip under the bar lip here. They already have some at the back which we might upgrade in future, and also down here in the window area and around their menu.
Let's get started.
So the first thing we're going to do is rip out these manky old strips, which I'm told have been in there at least a decade. So they've had a good run. Now I will say that I'm not at all surprised they look like this, especially since they're PU coated. The coating will naturally discolour over time, and have spent their long life in these little spaces in a working restaurant. I've fitted lighting in a couple of places like this now, and they get the exact same build-up of dust and crud, and usually even people's chewing gum under areas like this. So it's out with these old, dying single colour LED strips, and in with these lovely new WS2812 addressable LEDs that I have in my little box of goodies here. The next thing to do is grab a couple of our WLED controllers and get the strips wired up in the test configuration on the power supply that we have to make sure that everything is going to work as expected. We've opted for these nice 12 volt 5 meter pre-diffused strips, on the basis that it would save us time and money on cutting and sticking diffusers. But let me tell you, they ended up being the absolute bane of my life during this job, because of one silly choice that the owner and I settled on before we started. If you can work out what we did wrong with them, give me your guesses down in the comments. But at this point we didn't realise our mistake, so we ploughed on and got both of the strips fitted around the windows and looking pretty good overall. We started with the controllers down in the middle between the two windows, and since the windows are almost exactly 5 meters, we've run all the way around the edge, and then any excess will overlap in the middle of the top. As you can see here, pretty nice but not quite perfect. So for now we move on to take a look at the more traditional 12 volt WS2812 strip that we've opted for under the lip of the bar. When compared with the old single colour LED strip, you can see how we have much larger RGB diodes with slightly higher density, so they're going to be a whole lot brighter and capable of some brilliant looking effects. Here you can see most of my time fitting the bar strip was actually spent trying to poke around behind the bar in this tiny little space where I was having to fit the new beefier 12 volt supply for all the lights in the shelf behind the bar, which we're leaving alone for now, before I could then wire up the new lights and get them stuck underneath. And as you can see here, this is the effect he's opted for by default, which uses our controller's onboard microphone to display the different frequencies that it can detect at any given time. And here we can see the window lights at night shining nice and bright inside, and looking even better from the outside with the Aurora effect running from WLED. Now all we've got to do is come back and fit a final diffuse strip on that pesky sign. Keep an eye out for the part 2 of this video where we come back and finish that sign, and I let you know what we did wrong with those 5 meter diffuse strips. And remember, home is where the smart is.